Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of New Vida Let's Talk. Today we have Juan Gutierrez, big man in London.
Yeah, London legend, we'd say.
London legend. But yo, for those who don't know you, you kind of want to describe yourself or like what you do.
Yeah, well, my name is Juan, obviously. I don't know where I could start, where I could be like, I'm this or this and that. I dream big, so I go for it. Yeah, I think that, you got one life, so just try to like chase that. I don't know. You got one shot. Let's get it. You know what I mean? So
Let's take it back then, bro. I guess let's take it back from
yeah.
like your roots.
Okay.
Like where you from? What's your upbringing like?
So I am from Cali. Well, actually, no, I'm from Cartago Valle, which is a small city. Let's say like it's like a St. Thomas in Colombia. Little small city. Came when I was a year and a half. I lived in Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida. Shout out to everybody in Florida. At the end of the day, moved to Canada when I was 11. And then ever since just been here forever. But then when I was like pretty much going into like when like doing the whole like promotional stuff. Okay.
Like
so
would that be your first job?
You were young when you started the promoting, right?
Yeah, so I started with Cream Entertainment. So that was actually no, never mind. Let's take it back a little bit more.
Cash rules everything, right? That one?
Yeah. And then we did MVDs, we did Rouge, we did Mansion, we did A-Team, we did pretty much work with everybody that's been in the entertainment business.
How did you get into that? Sorry, like how did you originally get into all that?
Man, I'm like trying to pinpoint that exact moment. I think someone just recommended me, and I just went and I talked to this girl named Jackie, and then like I spoke to her, and then she just like got me on board with everyone. And then I met like Steve Large. So then like after Steve Large, like then I met Quincy Roberts, which was the owner of Up on Carling. Steve Large owned the he owned the Club Large over here.
Oh, yes, right over here.
Just around the corner on Richmond. And then after that, I met Victor Venizelos, which is the guy who started A-Team. Then we did All Ages together. And then at 15, that's when I went by myself solo with a buddy of mine. And we did this company called Infinity Crew. Did events there.
At 15.
Huh?
At 15 years old.
At 15, yeah.
Jeez, that's wow. That's very entrepreneurial, bro.
and then we went to Up on Carling, did events there, brought DJs from Toronto, all the way down here, Arthur Coy, Rudes, DJ Fantasy, those guys too. And then we just, I don't know. That's when it kind of all like sparked, like. Love the all ages game. Also, one thing that I realized I was doing while I was doing this all ages thing was that I realize now was I was just like keeping like kids off the street and stuff like that. I was like finding ways for people to like make money like without having to be in like
in the streets kind of thing.
Yeah. Like you're 15, like you're trying to like do something. So like, what did you do? And then the all ages stuff like was a great like company that like kind of like. It opened doors for like musicians and artists as well, right? So then that way they could like. One thing about promotion entirely is that you get to learn like so much, like how to. This kind of builds you to do anything you want to do. So the fact that some of these kids and even some of my like guys that were right next to me, we were selling out like parties all the time.
Yeah,
it was cool, man. We sold out Music Hall, which was like. One of the craziest things I've ever seen. We also went. I think you went on this trip.
Oh, the one to Toronto? Yo, that was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the bus, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of wild because remember my phone got missing and I turned up on everybody on the whole bus. That was wild.
No, yo, I actually remember this one time. I know you lost your phone, but this one time, we went to government, bro, and both buses got like everything in the bus. Whoever left anything in the bus got everything stolen.
No way.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So like that's
anyways,
that's like the dark part of like the entertainment business. Yeah. That you were
Yeah.
saying before in a way, right? It's like
there's a lot of like things, you know.
Yeah.
But
So yo, I feel like from what you've been saying, like networking has been so important, you know, in that whole like you met this person who introduced you to this person.
correct.
Like from a young age, you've always been that networker kind of guy.
Yeah,
or?
man. Like networking, I think is the number one thing in your life. If you people can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got no connections, like you, oh, sorry about that.
you can pull it, you can swing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. So yeah, I mean, networking is the number one thing for I think anything, and that's the one thing that a lot of people don't understand that I'm doing. It's like once you start building a network where you just keep opening more and more doors, let's say the opportunities that come and arise to you, they just become like more and more opportunities. Let's just say that.
It's like
And then, but now there's too many opportunities. I'm trying to take all of them, and like it's hard
Yeah.
because I'm trying to juggle a lot of things.
You're doing a lot right now, brother.
Yeah. And so there's like,
If
Yeah.
we can ask then, so like lateraling out of like promotions, because you did mention a little bit like you're trying to like change like or revamp in a way.
Correct.
What's the new like version? Not version, because I think like you always stay true to who you are in a way. But
Yes.
like, what I guess are you going for now, or is like what's the motive?
just more professionalism. Like I don't want to be like back then I used to just like party and like make my connections and like party and whatnot, and like let's just say the partying gets a little bit lost in there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
100%.
Would you say that's kind of like the bad side of the promotion lifestyle?
Yeah. Let's just say that
You kind of always have to be in the cut, right? Like you always have to be there selling the tickets and to be at the parties. Everyone's like,
Yeah, and then sometimes you just get like you get lost in it.
Yeah.
You really do. Like I have nothing else to say, and like for those who
was
are
there
on
any
the-
turning point for you where you're like, okay, like this is enough? Like,
I think COVID was one of those recessions, or let's just say for me that like really just like, whoa,
Well, because everything stopped for you, right? Because you were like,
dude, my life went to. I think I went through the toughest war with myself through those 2-3 years. Like I had no idea like what I was gonna do.
Mhm.
And so then that's when we decided to like open up Mint Apparel, like out in Grand Bend. And so like I had to do something to keep my creativity going, because I'm like, yo, like I want to see what I could do. Let's see what I could do in the fashion industry now. And I'm just like, okay, let's see what I could do here. And then I just keep risking a little too much. But either way, I just like,
what was Mint Apparel? Was that open before COVID?
yeah, man.
Like right before?
Me and my buddy Eric.
Eric Bradley, I know that.
yeah,
He's a
so-
great guy.
love out.
So
Great guy.
he's the best.
Yeah,
he is.
So we went ahead and we did that. We started it. We did it online. We did Instagram. We were doing so well. Like we were doing like 30 to 60 like t-shirts a week.
Nice.
We're like, what?
Yeah.
Social media is your biggest weapon, though, right?
Yeah. And so like that's the thing. Like we just kept going. We kept going. And dude, we just kept increasing. Then out of nowhere, man, like God just sent this like, yo, you could like open up a shop in Grand Bend.
Yeah.
What's the overhead like on that? If we can, like, don't have to give numbers, but is it like,
It's high.
yeah?
It's high.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it was too much of a risk to do at that second.
Yeah.
But like, we're like, yo, let's just do it. Let's take these shots. Let's see what
Yeah.
we could do, you know. And so we did it, and let's just say this, like everything was kind of like, everything came back double as much. That summer was hot,
Yeah.
and the shirts were selling. Everyone was loving our product.
Yeah. So that's
It was
like,
great.
And it's still in the strip hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's still on the strip.
This is what, second or third year on the strip? For you?
It is the second year.
Second year. So,
Yes.
and it's going to stay, right? By the sounds of it?
Yes. It's gonna be a staple. Everything that we're
Yeah.
doing from now on is gonna be a staple,
Yeah.
and that's like just because like it's the small details that go that long time.
Yeah, and
You know what I
post COVID, I feel like people are just gonna want to go out more, and it's just gonna be a bigger boom, right?
Yep.
In like the small businesses and stuff. So
And you know, the cool thing is that like we stepped into the fashion stuff, and like, you know, I wanted to do it, and the thing is like, we actually inspired a couple other people to start doing it. We started seeing t-shirt companies, embroidery machines, and I was like,
yeah,
what is going on right now? But either way, that was super fun.
yeah,
Mint was one of those projects that I'm not actually like fully there anymore. I'm more of a brand ambassador for it. Eric's the one that's actually fully like taking care of the entire store now. Shout out to him. And yeah, like we're just right now. I'm gonna give you guys a little insider. So my sister and my brother-in-law are opening up a nightclub in the city.
nice.
And so now it's coming along, and yeah.
When is it gonna be opened?
We're hoping for September.
Nice.
Early,
It's gonna be right around the corner, but yeah. Stay tuned for that one.
No, I'm that's hype.
I gotta ask for like, especially our London locals or
Yeah.
even people like surrounding areas. What vibe is it? We're gonna go Latino or?
We're gonna be a little bit of everything. We're gonna be
Perfect.
more of a Miami type of style,
Yeah.
where like it's very high energy. You know, we're in our projects. We hope to bring some artists. We hope to bring some real talent, some real entertainment. Our venue is pretty big, so we're gonna be able to do some pretty cool shit.
You guys downtown? Sorry. If I
Yeah, it's downtown. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, how many business ventures are you a part of? I love that answer.
I don't keep count, man. I just
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm working with Soho Taco Tequila, which is a location right on, it's like on South Street,
Yeah.
466 South Street.
Cool.
And so they gave us the opportunity as JJ Entertainment to go ahead and do the bachata nights. So we're doing the bachata nights, and then I'm gonna be doing a throwback party now, cause like I love my old school music.
Yeah,
Look, man, like the new music that's coming out nowadays, like it's cool, but it ain't hitting me like the good educational music that we used to bump to that actually had like a good message.
Bro, I was in a 2-hour drive this morning, and I was listening to rap hip hop on Spotify, like the playlist, and bro, like the songs are not that fire, bro.
No,
Like they're kind of trash, bro.
Yeah.
Like I had to go back to like old school tracks.
So
Yeah.
I got a good thing. So one, I literally just read this post by Tory Lanez. He said all music right now is all mid, nothing sticks. And then I was listening to a podcast literally earlier today, and they had said this, like, there's no music now that's like culturally or generationally that you attach to, right?
Like
so
a
like
staple, yeah.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? For example, like the last song I can think of that stuck in my head and it's a hype song is Pepas by Farruko. But
Okay.
the reason that one is because they used it so much into like the FIFA or like the soccer, where
Correct.
it was, that's cultural, right? Like that's
Yes.
generational. We'll remember that. But like you think of like rappers or music now, there's nothing like that really.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
No, and it's the truth.
Yo, I did my research talking about the World Cup. You went to Russia, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. How was explain that, bro?
Oh man, Russia. I think that's the biggest highlight of my life. Russia. That was a
2018
beautiful
World Cup?
trip. Yeah, 2018. Man, there's nothing like that vibe. Like nothing competes to that. Like that energy that's in that building. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys stories about like the guys that we met along the path, like
Yeah.
going there, like me and my parents. Okay.
Yeah.
You took them with you, right? That's
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
That's so sick, man.
Yeah.
I
So
love that.
then we went ahead and we were listening to these guys, like they were in line with us and whatnot. My guy like sold like his car, he sold like his house. These guys were sleeping in tents. This guy he did most of these guys would do anything, whatever it took, to like legitimately just go to Russia and watch their soccer team go.
Wow.
That's how hard like fans these guys are. Like these guys are going crazy. Like I'm a fan,
Yeah,
but
they're fans.
those are like
Different level.
those are like the real hard. Those guys, if they get stuck there, like they're stuck there, like they'll be fine. They'll be like, all right, that's it.
Wow. bro.
if they would have seen their country like win, they would have lost their absolute mind, man. Like it was
I
wild.
met some guy from England. He was like, "Yo, in England, like soccer's a religion. Like it's
Yeah.
not like you don't mess around with that. Like you know,
Yeah.
you can get in a fight for that. You can like lose your life. Like they take it serious. Some
Yeah,
people.
man. It's the same thing back home, man.
Mm.
Like, yo, apparently, like, I just came from back there, and they're like, yo, don't wear your Cali t-shirt in, like, Bogota. And I'm like, all right, my
Oh, 'cause
bad.
it's beef, right?
Yeah,
Or-
like, apparently it's a full scrap.
Jeez.
So, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I want to do that as a joke. Like, a
Yeah.
video, like, just walk around and, like, see, like, what would happen.
Yeah.
But no, we ain't that crazy yet. We ain't that crazy.
For the views.
Did you,
for
did
the
you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
that weird, like, I guess, like, that pressure from Russia? Because, you know, it's a tighter country, right? With regards to rules and regulations. Like did you feel that at all? Or
No, man. Honestly, like, dude, Russia's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything about it was beautiful. Dude, like, the only thing that was expensive was the plane ride. And the tickets, of course.
How long was the trip?
I think it was like 13, 15 hours.
Jeez.
I'm not too sure exactly,
Yeah.
but it's something long.
Yeah.
Because I know we stopped. We stopped at England, and then we stopped somewhere else, and then we got there.
Yeah.
But, yeah. By the way, take a direct flight. It's way cheaper. It's way cheaper.
Where so like okay, so let's kind of get into. So you were just in Cali, like, for some people who probably follow you or don't, but they've seen mine. Oh, my bad. But yeah, so you did post a house in Cali. Like, what's like, are you into real estate or something?
So, you know, now that I've kind of like opened up my mind and like things that I really like and whatnot, like, we went out to Mexico and we saw some properties out there because we have a real estate agent out there, and it's my sister's friend, and she does some really cool properties, and like she gets some pre-developments that do very, very well, and so we went ahead and we went out there just to check it out. So we went there and we saw some property, and then like it just clicked in my mind. I'm like, let's just be a little bit more educational about like when we go on a trip. Like, it's not just about like, oh, party this, that. Like, I want to touch on everything. Like, I do a little bit of partying, I do a little bit of food, I try everything
More
that the
intentful
food.
with the trips.
Yeah. Like
Let's
let's touch the culture. Let's touch a little bit of the party culture. Let's touch the food culture. Let's see what the whole like Mexican or wherever I'm at like type of feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just seeing the educational side of it, like, hey, if you know, well, at that moment I knew that the house market was super high. I'm like, who the hell wants to live here?
Yeah.
And seeing how like inflation and everything goes up, that was different. But now I'm just seeing like opportunities for other people to like, if they have extra money just laying around, like you might as well buy some property. You buy a 3-bedroom property out in Colombia, it's $50K. You ain't getting that here.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
I wish, man.
You're not getting that here, okay?
It was like steady cash flow and stuff in those properties too.
Like they should be.
Yeah.
Like, look, everything is a risk,
Of course.
okay? Like,
Yeah.
but if you have like $50K cash and you put that there, and then you have somebody rent it out, whether they're renting it or not, it doesn't matter because it's already paid off.
Yeah.
So if you get it rented, at the end of the day, that person that's paying it,
They're paying you back.
they're paying you back.
Yeah. So right now you're renting a property in Mexico right now?
So my sister and my brother-in-law are.
That's sick.
So
That's
they have a villa there and whatnot. So then yeah, it's there. They're getting it soon.
sick. Yeah.
So I'll see if I celebrate my birthday there. We'll see.
Hey.
So that'd be hype. Are you into real estate yourself? Like is that something that?
So yeah, I actually, COVID hit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to become before the whole real estate thing went crazy. I wanted to be in the real estate game. Like I really wanted to. I felt like I was watching Selling Sunset beforehand,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo,
That's motivated.
I want to be that guy. These two guys are killing it.
Yeah.
Right? Like these guys, I'm selling, bro. That'd be a dream to sell like those $1 million properties like that, and like wow, like so much detail in these homes, like on cliffs and stuff. Like wow, it's
Yeah.
really, really something else. So then that clicked in. I'm like, I'll kill the real estate game if I get here.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, I've been really bad with like school and stuff. Like I never was like I dropped out of school like when I was at Fanshawe.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I went to high school. I finished with my diploma or whatnot. But
Okay.
then I went into Fanshawe. I did business and like the thing is like I did the whole business thing, and then what happened was like, I wanted to just get into marketing, and then they threw like accounting at me, and I passed like high school with like a 51 on accounting.
Yeah.
So like, they ruined that for me because I failed it.
Yeah.
Like I straight up failed it. I failed economics. Like what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And yeah, like.
So pretty much, if they could have taken like all the good stuff out, like the networking part of it, it's just like when the math kind of clicks in, that's where like I guess you deviate away from it a bit.
Say that one more time, sorry.
So like it's just the networking, the social communications, building plans, managing. Like I'm pretty sure you're pretty amazing at that.
I feel like it was probably just like an old school way of teaching you that like you probably like, you know what I mean, like think about like your success now, like, you know what I mean, and in the way where they were just still trying to do bureaucracy, still trying to teach you like old school kind of ways and stuff like that. Am I wrong for saying that, or
how could I explain that?
or just like school just wasn't for you, like, you know what I mean,
like yeah, like school, there's something that I learned from school though, okay, like I learned that in life, like there is a process. You gotta read the books. You gotta like know what's going on here, what's going on there, and then you apply it to like your quiz, your pop quiz, or whatever it is, your exam. But just know that there's always gonna be a test.
Yeah.
Okay, and that test is for you to like either pass it or fail it. At the end of the day, like if you do it and you pass it, like congrats.
Yeah.
But if you fail, then what you have to do is you got to retract your steps, and you have to understand like where you went wrong, right?
Yeah.
So, same thing, application for your life. Yeah. Okay, like that's what I learned from school. Yeah. There's always gonna be that process, boom, boom, boom. Then there's gonna be an exam, there's gonna be a test, and then that's it. Like you gotta either pass it or you fail it, and if not, you try again.
Yeah, and like I could kind of relate because like I did my 4 years at Queens. I'm not doing like what I studied for. I'm not doing that right now, right? But like I learned a lot in that regard. That life comes at you. You know what I mean? A test is always gonna come at you. Like, what's your problem solving skills like? Correct. That's what school kind of opened my eyes to. It's like, okay, fuck. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
The problem solving part is big, because like you got to be able to fix those things like immediately, when you're in the process of doing a lot of stuff, right? But yeah, man, like those are all big things, right? But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope. That's sick, man. Yeah, because like I just recently got into like real estate myself, and like it's just so interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to open myself up to more like networking events and stuff like that, and I realize it's all about the networking. It's all about like breaking that like ice. You know what I mean? Just like there was a golf
ice. Yeah. Is like it's thick. You know what I mean? So
straight up.
Like it's not easy, right? Like everyone in the real estate game, like. It's a different game, right? But you just have to be solid. You have to pull through for people. You have to commit, and sometimes you have to overcommit and pull through for your people, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like this person's doing this or that, you know. And that's why I kind of left the real estate game at that point, because I saw that like the real estate game was going a little crazy. Like the prices of houses and everything, and then like now what? You overpaid, and now all the homes are going down. Now's the time to be like now it's gonna show who the real estate agents are. Straight up. Okay, because everybody, this is what it's all about. Yeah. Like
September 7th, interest rates are gonna raise again. So like it's definitely gonna spook out more people, and like there's gonna be more houses on sale. So
Well, even too, I don't, like you probably know more, but I had my one friend who's been looking for a house forever. Up until recently, everything's on the market now. He's like not like, and now he doesn't even want to buy a house. I'm like, what? Like, wouldn't now be the time at this point? Like, everything's gone down, everything's on the market. People are panic selling most likely, right? Yeah. Because they're scared of inflation, which is fair, but
it's a weird time in the real estate game because like you have like when you go to like the multi, like the duplex and triplexes and stuff, you have people you have sellers wanting to sell for inflated prices. So it's like, you know what I mean? You still need a motivated seller to sell, but there's a lot of opportunity right now. The next 4 months is going to be crazy.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to like make some good investments into, homes and whatnot. So yeah, I've done the whole home thing and stuff like that. So it's a good business. But there is like, I tried it, and for me, it's not like, I just want to try other things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you like into the flips and stuff or like that, or like what was your strategy?
I was trying to get into that. Like we did a whole renovation, me and my buddies. Yeah. We did a renovation to like this one house and that we sold. But yeah, it was a cool project because you got to experience like the whole like we flipped the entire home from bottom to the top, and like it was a cool experience.
That's sick. In London?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. That's dope.
So then that's the house we sold. So yeah.
Nice, bro.
Cool.
I want to get into the cars, bro. I see
Yeah,
Juan
I know
driving
you
the
love
sexiest cars, yo.
Like
What's
cars.
going on there? You host some events in Grand Bend or something, or promote there, or?
Yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about the process of how I got in there. And this is how you do this is where you overextend.
Overcommit.
This is where you overextend, okay? So it's a funny story. So I wanted to rent out a vehicle. I went for, I think it was a Canada Day long weekend.
What car?
I got a Corvette C8. It just came out, whatever. You just got them. Shout out GTA. So we went, I wanted to rent out the Porsche, but GT3 for like a weekend, but that didn't happen. And then I went with the C8, and I had it for the whole weekend. And then I had 3 days with it. I put the most amount of kilometers on that car than anybody else. But the only reason why, and like you pay for your kilometers, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I didn't care about the kilometers. I'm like, I have this thing, I'm going to drive it. So then, dude, I put the most amount of kilometers anybody's ever done.
Do you remember what you put on it?
I think I did like 1,500 kilometers in like 3 days.
In 3 days, bro? What? You never to Toronto back.
You speed is
Bro, that machine didn't breathe. It was 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm already out the door. Like nobody knows like anything. I'm out the door. You'll see me at the gas station. I'll pump and then I'll like go for a ride. Like I'm obsessed with vehicles. Like I think everything I do is for my vehicles.
Where did that come from? Like, is it
The
family? Like from,
vehicles?
yeah, like is it from
It
family?
actually originates from Florida. My parents took me to all of the car meets. My sister dated like a car guy.
Yeah.
And like ever since that, like it's been like you know how you see like Too Fast, Too Furious?
Yeah.
So like my dad used to take me all the time to like Too Fast, Too Furious. Every time, every single movie, like it doesn't matter which one, like I was there. And then that kind of originated from that. And then I got to see like real car shows and like people like racing and stuff, like street illegally, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I literally saw like Too Fast, Too Furious like in real life.
Yeah.
So then ever since that, like I love the vehicles. I love the vehicles, whether it doesn't matter what vehicle it is, you know what I mean? Like I know a good engine. I love fuel. I love burning rubber.
What's your favorite car?
That's what I was about to ask. Fuck.
Like okay, like it's different for like each situation. Like there's a track car, there's a highway car, there's a
Give
city
us three.
car.
One for each division then.
Well, I only want one. Like
too.
I actually just truly want one car, and it's gonna sound like I don't know, but I want a Bentley GT Continental. That's the one I
fuck
want.
with them.
Because it's like a elegant car, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a class car.
But
So
it's
it's
got
not
power
like,
though, right?
yeah. It's still got a V8 and whatnot, and like 500 Bentley horses. But yeah, like I want a Bentley. But
That's
the
heavy.
thing is, I want to buy it brand new. Like that's gonna be like my toy. Like one day, like where I'm just like, that's my baby.
I already see it, bro. I already
Yeah.
see it. I like wanted a
Appreciate
Bentley, bro.
That's sick, man.
I'm going for it. I'm going
Yeah.
for it. But it's not easy, you know.
Yeah.
But one of those quotes that actually got me going on Lamborghini was we don't do we don't make commercials because it's not for the people that watch TV.
Facts.
Woo, or some shit like that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like that shit. The funniest thing is I don't even watch TV. I don't even watch movies. I barely do. I
Straight
promise you.
We're just
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I'm getting a Lambo,
Yeah.
but I was saying when I heard that shit, I was like, whoa,
It's
okay.
designated, kind of in a way. It's
Yeah, I
'cause
was
don't-
like, whoa, like I don't watch TV. Okay, I'm gonna get a Lambo.
No, but I hear that though because like I can like remember the last time I finished a series on Netflix. I bet you're the same way. Like you don't
Yeah.
really binge into anything. I don't know what that is.
Dude,
like,
I can't do that stuff.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I literally would be like, I'll literally just pass out. Like I'll watch it unless it's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Any Fast and Furious movie, I'm down. Like,
yeah.
I'll be there like this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do like the stunts that they do, cause like one of my goals in life, like I think that this will be like one of the like end things. It's just I really want to learn how to drift around a track.
So
Okay.
That'd be
I
sick.
saw on Instagram.
Yeah,
It
you
made me
saw on
laugh.
Instagram?
Yeah, made me
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
So literally, because I was like, we gotta do a research before he shows up on the pod. So I'm like, we're out to eat. We're out to eat. Like we told you, come eat,
Yeah.
right? So whatever. We're just like, okay, let's do some research, whatever. And I seen that you posted that little drag car,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, what is it? I forget. They're the really small cars. But it's a rally car. I think was it a Volkswagen? Something similar to that. But they're like drifting and they're like going through like craziest terrains and shit. And
Nah,
I was
man,
like,
I'm
that's
telling
probably
you.
what you're talking
That's
about,
hype.
right?
And like like those guys are thinking differently, okay? Like those guys don't come out with a like there's a lot that goes behind like when you're on a track and you're on a vehicle, okay? Like it's like you have to think about like how fast you're like rolling and like there's so much science behind it. It's like
I can't imagine. Yeah.
yeah. It's not the same exact thing.
So okay, so I got a question to bring that up. So when you're driving the car on the track and you had that one person with you, right? They kind of teach you how to drive the car, correct? Because I
yeah.
want to do that experience, but I kind of want to know about it a little bit before I do it.
Yeah, no. So, my recommendation, let's say you go to the track.
Yeah.
My recommendation is to get an instructor,
Okay.
and then that instructor teaches you like how to go around the laps and do all of that because, people think like you just go on the track and you press on the gas.
Yeah.
This thing is actually not about just gas. It's actually like a matter of like the motion of the car and the motion of the track. And then once you get used to that, like then you're just flying
Yeah.
without having to even go that fast.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
So how did you get into that Grand Bend event there?
Well, ever since the rental,
Yeah.
when I brought it back, he was like,
Hate
so
you?
there's hey, no, never mind.
It's a
There's so yeah, we just got back to the house.
Yeah.
I left the car there, and we paid or whatever. And then he was like, so I messaged him. I think like the next day, or I messaged Dave, and I go, Dave, like, can like I heard you have the Grand Bend like track thing, and then like I guess Stuart was like, yeah, like bring him in, cause like I was trying to do that so I could prove everybody I could drive.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I put 1,500 kilometers on it, so I could prove to him that I could drive these
Yeah.
cars. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's where I earned his trust.
I
So
think
you did that you did that purposefully.
Yeah, I did purposely.
That's fire.
That's sick, bro.
Yo, I was gonna say like you have to tell like at least a little bit of like I don't know if it's just natural for you or like what are the do's and don'ts on networking kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
You'll never know. You'll never know. There's a lot of people that talk a lot. I'm not saying like I just don't burn bridges.
mm-hmm.
There's no need to. You just like if somebody like is able to work with you, they work with you. If they're not able to work with you, you move on.
Yeah.
You know, like that's it. There's no more time to waste. Like sometimes like part of like everything that has been going on lately is because people like waste time.
Yeah.
And like time, like I said, for me is like the golden arch. Like that's what I'm like looking for. Like I want people to like work hard, cause like, yeah, man, what's the point of it? I'll get it done myself, but what's the point of doing everything by yourself? It's kind of boring.
I was gonna say I feel like you bring your friends along with you on the journey. Like you give them opportunities.
But yeah, but that's the inspiration, right? Like I wanna, I've told people like, yo, like, listen, man, like don't do this, because like this is gonna cause this, and like people don't listen sometimes. So I'm just like, okay, well, if you're not gonna listen to me, like I'm not trying to be like that guy, but like I have to just move on.
Yeah.
Because it's causing me like other
Stress,
problems,
right?
right? Like stress that I don't need. Okay, like it sucks
Yeah.
to be able to like. You're trying to do good for people. You're trying to like really like reevaluate the entire thing, and some people just don't change. So then you're sitting there like, man.
Yeah. I learned that at like maybe like a few years ago. It's like you can't put all your efforts to try to make someone else change. At the end of the day, it comes from them to really want to change. Like you can give all your effort to like give them all the opportunities, give them all the advice, but like if they don't have that want to change,
Yeah,
they're not
man.
going to.
Yeah, and
They're not
that's
going
the
to.
thing, right? Like that's what it is, you know. And the thing is, like, coming from where I come from, like, bro, like, I promise you, like, for me to transition from that what I used to be, it's caused me a lot of pain.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with
Yeah.
you, right? But I have to make that sacrifice. I have to make that change, so then everyone understands why that change was made. So then that way we could push forward on the next move and understand that we were doing this correctly and we're doing it professionally, and there's no backlash on like what could be done, because sometimes when you don't move correctly, like, you will get like backlash.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and believe me, I've
Dealt with the most.
I've dealt with the most. So I tell people straight, and if they don't like it anymore, not that I don't care. It's just I gotta get going.
Yeah, you don't got time.
You conserve your energy, bro. You don't have energy
man.
to waste.
You got no energy to waste, bro. Like, that's no time for that. Mainly when 2 years of my life, 3 years of my life, like, and in between all that, like, nobody knows that, and I don't go into depth.
Yeah.
But that stuff has all built me to where I'm now, and I don't tolerate nothing else.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a blessing you took it like that, though. You know, you took it as something that's building you.
Correct.
And
yeah, but it's also caused me a lot of, like,
pain
sorrow and
yeah.
suffering, right? Like, it doesn't, like, come from nothing, right? Like, I'm more paying attention now and observant than I've ever been in my life.
Would you?
It's part of growing up too.
I see you out on the pitch a lot. Do you think, like, is that like your getaway for, like, when you're feeling that way? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, because I like, you know what I mean? Like,
I see
I've
boxing
around,
too.
yeah, exactly.
Yo, you're out there boxing. Like,
Bro, like, those two things have, like, if I could be completely honest with you, those are the two things that have saved my life.
physical, like those sports, you mean?
Yeah, those two sports. Boxing, shout out Get Enhanced. Those guys.
That's the team, bro.
That is the squad. Those are my guys. I have a lot of respect for boxers. I have a lot of respect for what they do. It's not a joke. It's a very serious. It's a very, very serious sport, and it takes a lot of professionalism because it's a chess game. It's not anything else, right? Like, and so putting both of those together have helped me. Soccer has helped me in boxing. Boxing has helped me in soccer. So, like, yes. And going back to what you said, those are my two at peace, like, things that I love. And those are my getaways for sure. Those are the only things that actually fully fulfill, like, myself, right? But, like, I'm only doing this entertainment stuff and coming back into it because, like, I do it for my people. Get what I mean? Like, like, everyone doesn't know how to go out anymore, okay? So I'm trying to construct something so people can have a destination to go to, and they know that they're gonna get taken care of.
And they'll still see you a little bit, but it's not the same way I saw you before.
Exactly, right?
Like, I definitely see the vision. Now it's like, I'll still give you guys a party. I'll still give you the time.
Yeah.
But, like, when you see me, I'm not gonna be the same guy who's taking those shots with you necessarily all the time.
And that's what it's all about. Like, I'll have a beer with you, but I ain't gonna be like what it was before, where I was like throwing down a bottle of Grey Goose down my throat.
Yeah.
And, like, that's not how it is no more. Like,
yeah, it's more like professional. Like, you're trying to have the proper hospitality for the guest.
Yes.
You're trying to make the event.
Hospitality is one of the biggest things in this world, and mainly now, it's very, very important that we take care of everything from the point that a customer walks in to where a customer leaves, and that experience and that, you know, that whole, like, vibe that they got off of it is what brings you back.
Yeah. Because
it's all about your aura, you know what I mean? Like what you're trying to project. When you move with a purpose too, people understand that, people love that. And yeah, everyone supports it. Like, and consistency, bro. Woo! You gotta have consistency.
Facts.
If you don't have consistency, you lose. You just gotta be able to understand all those little, like, things, and don't slip on your project. Don't slip on your craft. Don't do anything, because everybody just knows, like, what you're headed for, and if they don't understand that, you just gotta, like, move, and that's it, man.
Who are some mentors or some people you looked up to in the business world or anything like that? Or, like, successful. It doesn't have to be business related.
To be completely honest with you, like, one of my favorite businesses that I've ever been part of is actually GTA Exotics. Those guys, they work together. They work as a family. They work, even if through hardships and whatnot, they still get through it. I know, like, everything, like, sort of. And those guys are changing people's lives. So those are, like, really cool, like, things that, like, people don't understand. People think that, like, you're driving a Lambo, this and that. You know, it's not a flex. It's like you're educating people on how to drive these vehicles, and as well you're changing people's perspectives on how they look at these vehicles, right? Like, it's not just because it's a Lambo you think that, oh, this and that. You'll never catch me in a Lambo with any girls or anything, because this isn't about that, right? Like, this is about, like, I take my opportunities, I cherish them, and I don't take advantage of my situations, right? So, yeah, I don't use it to, like, if you ever catch me, you catch my parents in my car, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm ever riding in a nice whip, you know, because it's the people that you need to be taken care of, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like, it's totally different, man. Like, I'm on a whole different bracket, let's just say, in a sense where what I'm trying to present. You know, I've had my moments where I want to, like let my ego go sometimes.
Yeah, wild out a little bit.
Yeah, like, I want to wild out a bit, but, like, I have to control that. Yeah. And sometimes it slips, but hey, man, like, fuck, what matter? Like, you're human, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we're not perfect, you know. You just got to be able to understand, like, a couple things, you know.
What would you say? I guess is your why? Like, you know, like, I feel like you said, you wake up every day to try to be the best version of yourself. Like,
why, bro? Because if I don't do that, then nobody else is going to follow the lead. You have to be the leader, okay? Like, being the leader is, like, one of the hardest things you could do. Like, being a leader is hard, because it's hard to get everyone to be on the same page as you.
Facts.
Like, it's super hard. And so sometimes you just got to do shit on your own to, like, really just, hey, I told you. And then you just keep throwing it, out of their face, like, I told you. And, like, I'm not lying about nothing. I don't cap about nothing. So everybody can just, like, you know.
Check the facts if you want.
Yeah, if you want me to pull up the book, I'll pull up the book. What do you want?
Let's see the book.
It's proven, bro. It's proven, man. It's destined. It's great. Like, my mind where I'm at now, like, nobody could do that. Like, nobody. I'm very different, bro. Like, and it's caused a lot of PTSD. Yeah. Okay. But that PTSD, I've learned how to, like, really inject it to the point where, like, I'm actually, like, using it to my advantage now.
As you should, bro. As you should.
Yeah.
You know?
Because, like, I'm just like, oh, my God.
It's
how many times are we going to do this?
It's a famous line I heard. It's like, when you can grab your weakness and turn it into a strength, then, like, you're unbeatable, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I think once you, as you said, like, I inject that into me, it's like, you're going for the hardest stuff, right? And if you can take it on yourself, no one really can put you down at that point, right?
Hey, man, diamonds don't crack under pressure, you know what I mean? So just, like, hold it down, you know? Like, I know this is hard, but what we're going, like, what everyone's going through, or even myself, or whoever it may be that's out there, like, whatever falls apart, too, like, yo, it was not supposed to be there, all right? So just roll with your stuff. But if there's something that you believe in and you really believe in it, you got to go and get it, all right? And you're going to have to hustle, and you're going to have to break those, like, whole entire, like, general, like, whatever you want to call it. But you just got to go and get it, all right? Like, and by any means necessary, you know what I mean? Like, go and get it. No more of that BS.
No excuses.
No excuses, no. People make too many excuses. And coming from where I come from, where I just came from, this is my second time ever coming to Colombia. Yeah. It's opened my life. It's opened my entire, like, eye about, like, how much I want to get it now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, woo! Yeah. Like, those guys are, like, poverty and everything, okay? And we're here living in this country, okay? And we're out here, like, debating and fighting over, like, certain things that are so, like...
Fugazi.
Yeah. I'm just like, yo, this cannot be serious now. Yeah. So now I'm like, you know, I used to love like having all these things and all these, like, nice things. Now I'm just like,
does nothing.
None of those things matter anymore, man. None of those things matter. Like, I've seen it all, like, go away, and I don't even need it.
I feel the same way. Like, I went to El Salvador right before COVID, actually, and, like, like at my grandma's house, like the way you shower is you gotta wait till the water turns on. You gotta put it in the bucket. You gotta
Heat it up.
You gotta heat it up. You gotta put it on your head. Like it's not how our showers work, right? So like when you come back to like, we're so privileged here. You know what I mean? Like
It's insane.
And I took that like really serious too. Like I kind of went through like a downtime as well. Like really into like after university, like figuring out like what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like I want to get into real estate. Like how am I gonna get into that? Like it was a stressful time, but like what I learned is like, yo, my parents didn't come here for no reason.
Correct.
You know what I mean, bro? Like they didn't come here for no reason for me to be living the average life. They came here for a better life, for me to take advantage of the opportunity that Canada has to offer.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like as an immigrant, I feel like that's kind of a chip on my shoulder.
Almost,
But
you know?
but it is right. Like that is a chip on the shoulder, right? Because at the end of the day, like we come from a method of life, okay, and we get to obviously push that on ourselves. And what people don't understand is that you're just really trying to make a difference. And so like, oh my god, like it's hard to like, when they don't understand the vision,
They
you
can't
just,
see the end.
you just don't get it. You just don't get it, bro. And like every single person that I know that has ever made it, whether they're an artist or musician or whatever it may be, at the end of the day, all of these guys have all made the craziest amount of sacrifices. And if you hear through their lyrics about what they're saying and stuff like that, you will get more in depth about like what they're really actually going through and why. And then like you sit there and you relate or whatever it may be. But there's sometimes like music like really hits you differently. And so like that's the type of things that I like, even myself when I'm talking to musicians, like that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want you to make me feel like, you know,
I feel like I can relate to you.
yeah, like I want some real stuff.
Yeah.
I want
Substance.
real everything, like real everything. Like there's no more fake stuff. Like I want the proper message. I want a good message. Or if you're chasing this type of message, like you just know you get ready for the wrong attention, okay? Because you're a product of your own environment. So if you are projecting these type of messages and you're doing this and that, I just hope that, you know, you're ready to tackle on what you're attracting, okay?
Facts.
So just be careful with your craft because sometimes you get a little out of hand, but it's fine. That's all part of the trials and tribulations that you go through when you're doing your entire project or whatever you're doing. Like, it doesn't matter what the hell you're doing. Like, and also, like, you know, rather than, like, a lot of people have been saying, like, Instagram's a bad, like, thing. Look, man, like, I've spent my life probably all on Instagram, okay? Like, I've mastered, like, the whole, like, craft and whatnot. But, like, it's not a bad influence. It's only a bad influence. It depends on what you're feeding yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the things that I recommend rather than complaining about Instagram is change your feed. Like, stop looking at this and that and, like,
you can't become a product of Instagram. You can't become a consumer.
Correct.
Like, you gotta use it more like what I've realized is like use it more like as a resume, kind of like for those opportunities.
That's actually a great way, and I wish jobs actually would introduce that, because I wish that people would look at your Instagram and just be like, okay, like rather than just saying it on a piece of paper, like you actually are proving like what you're actually doing, and so like that would be actually really really cool. That'd be something that like I would like to see in like the near future, because like Instagram kind of like proves like what you're doing. But yeah, but for like influencers and collectives and like all these guys who like really are creative human beings, change your whole perspective on that and follow the people that really inspire you, that want to, let's say like, you know, you're doing a podcast, okay, follow like the craziest podcast people on the planet, see what they're doing right, look at their facials, like tones, like movements, what are they doing, you know what I mean, like, and that's what it's all about.
Like, you don't have to like don't reinvent the wheel, right? You gotta just remix it.
Correct.
Like, that's
like they're like, don't follow what they're doing, make it authentic. Once you make it authentic, no one can play with you, like, because it's you. Like, this is your brand, and there ain't nobody gonna touch that. So like, that's what it's all about. Like, being authentic. Like, some people are like, look, man, I've even posted some of the most reckless stuff. And even sometimes when I went through like my hardships, like I've even posted it. Lately I haven't been posting that just because like I'm just going,
Yeah.
and I don't have time to like really think about all the negative things.
Yeah.
But like yeah, man, like behind the scenes, like people don't know like the real stuff. But yeah, man, we're striving for it, and we're going for something big, and we're gonna project a good message, and a message that's gonna be, you know, hopefully a staple, and that really inspires like children, and like mainly those children who are dreaming, and you know they come up with a you know they get brought up in a different aspect, but try to go for that dream, okay? Like it doesn't matter, like everything will fall apart, everything will come together again, but you just have to go for it, and you'll make it. But it's not gonna be easy, all right? Like I could tear up right now, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I respect that.
you
though,
know,
bro.
like it's like a serious thing, you know.
That's the thing, though. It's just like
Cause
people are never gonna
hold on,
see.
one last thing. Your friends, and even your family, okay, are not gonna understand what you see at the end of the tunnel, okay? They're not gonna see it. I'll promise you on my dear life. Like, they're gonna everyone's gonna understand what you were talking about at the end, okay? But don't let others unbalance you or distract you from going and getting what you said you was gonna go and get from the get-go, all right? So just get it done. And just show people, don't show people, just show yourself that you can do it. And then after that, you'll see that your whole life experience is going to change completely, all right? And the more you travel and the more you spend on reading books and all this stuff, those things are all going to change your perspective on legit your entire world, all right? Because those are the things that, you know, at least for me, those are the things that inspire me, and they change your perspective on, like, what you're able to obtain and how you plan to accomplish it. Like, there's no, like, threat to it.
To build on that, it's like, to add on that, it's like you have to be surrounded by the right people. Because what I realized in my stage is, like you feel crazy sometimes around people who don't relate to you. Like, you actually feel crazy. Like you said, like some family, some friends, they make you feel kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Or like, how you going to do that? Or why this? Or you're stupid for quitting. Like, I used to work at TD full time. Oh, why are you quitting full time? Insurance, all this. You don't have dental anymore. They're going to make you feel shitty. But you got to surround yourself by people that are like, oh, you quit your job? Good for you. Where are you going to go now? Like you got to be with that energy. People who are going to build you.
Who are going to try to structure you, try to push you, and try to make you into a better person. But the thing is, like, sometimes even those people are the ones that are even, they're the ones actually misguiding you, okay?
Yeah.
Like I promise you, like you just have to, like, kind of like, you know, like a horse, they put on the things on the side,
The side
and then like you go tunnel vision, like that's it. Like there's no more like to play with. Like you have to tunnel vision yourself, because like everybody at the beginning is not gonna like really support you, and then like in the middle of it, after like you've done it a couple times, that's when everybody starts like coming after you. They're like, oh yeah, and you're like, yo man, like stop, like stop.
They just want a piece of your pie at the end.
Yeah,
right?
and it's not like I'm not trying to sound like in any way, like I appreciate people who are supporting, like whether it was at the beginning, whether it was in the middle, or whether it was at the end. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of like you're getting it done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't think at all you come across that way, bro. No. At all. I don't think you come across in any way where, like, you know.
And if anybody felt that type of way, like, listen to the podcast, and I guarantee you they will not feel the same way about it,
100%. Like you're a super humble guy, and, like, you're doing a lot of stuff, and you seem very grounded, bro. Like, where does that grounding come from? You think that's a lot of, like, your family, bro? Like,
bro, just seeing too much. Seeing how, like, life unfolds. Just, woo! It gives me a rush and adrenaline that, like, I don't know, man. It really, like, life is not what it really seems when you're chasing, like, certain things.
Yeah.
It's not what it seems.
Yeah.
It's really not.
And you've been in, like, some peaks. Like, I've seen, like I said, I've done my research. I've seen some pictures of you with Juice WRLD, like, you know, some celebrities and stuff like that. Like, you know, you've been up there.
I've been grateful to have those opportunities. And the thing is, like, again, I didn't ask for these opportunities. These things were given to me, okay? And that's because they put trust in somebody who was willing to take on a job like that, right? And it's not because like I wanted to do it for showcasing. I just want to show it to myself that I was capable to like be part of something that big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've been part of these things, and like it's not because I'm there to be cool or something. Like I'm not, you know? Like I literally am like, you know, even when I meet these artists, like you don't treat these artists any more different. You know what I mean? Like you shake their hands. Hey, how's it going? You know, you treat everyone the same. Yeah. Like whether it's the janitor at whatever or the artist that's worth I don't know, whatever.
$1 billion.
Who's the
that
biggest?
Doesn't matter.
The biggest artist you've met, like.
Biggest artist. Oh man, well.
Or your favorite.
Well, I wish this didn't happen, but this would have been the biggest. It would have been A$AP Rocky. But I met Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, that's hype.
When they were here for Western, right?
Yeah.
I hate you for that.
Lil Uzi Vert's cool, but he is demonic as hell.
Oh yeah.
He scares me, bro. Bro, he was wearing this chain, bro. This chain was all diamond chain.
Yeah.
I don't even know if y'all should even say this.
What, the pentagram with on it?
I don't know, but it's like the cross is underneath, and then it's spider webs all around it.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Rowdy.
And then like he put in like a whole like emerald in the middle of the head.
Yeah, bro, I seen that, a pink one or something.
But here's the thing about like those guys, right? Everyone doesn't get this, but this is all part of the entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay. Some people will be like doing what they do, but these guys understand that these guys do it professionally.
Yeah.
Like they know what's up. You know what I mean? Like they do this just for enjoyment, and like they're trying to it's a piece of art of like it's an expression, like how they like project this message and like how they project it in their like whole entire like way of doing it. So like people be like tripping out. People think like they be doing all this stuff and all la. It's all for entertainment, man.
It's crazy.
Like the whole like Astro World thing, okay?
Yeah.
Like it's sad to see that happen, okay? But it's entertainment, okay? Yeah. Like as much as you want to like look at it, it's his way of expression of art. And if you, it's just like
if you fall into it, you fall into it.
Yeah, man. Like you're not supposed to, okay? Like those guys chase art.
Yeah.
And it's a form that's may not be the. It's sad that like that happened, okay?
Yeah.
But Travis Scott's a very talented human being. He's a very good artist. Same thing with like all of these artists who like project a
very dark
dark feel.
Yeah.
But like that's the biggest message, and I wish like the artists would like step up and like really emphasize that this is all for entertainment.
True.
Rather than it just being like, oh yeah, like this is the demonic or whatever, like this is where I'm at. No, man, you can't be doing that. Like like half these people that are coming to the concert are on drugs. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you're misleading a bunch of people.
You're really fucking them up.
Yeah, yeah.
But either way, it's art. And yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more of awareness on that.
Have you ever met the Nelk Boys? I know they've been in Frog a couple times.
Yeah, I met the Nelk Boys. They're really, really cool guys. They're freaking hilarious. Some of the things I think they're a little bit too crazy on. But, hey, man, again, it's all about entertainment.
Yeah.
And, like, they kill it. Like, those guys, they know what's up. They're killing it in every department now.
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
Just being like next to them, and all of a sudden they're like the biggest thing in the world. You know what I mean?
Eh? It's is there anybody like that you kind of look at that you grew up with or seen around, and then now they're like a big pop star or like something?
Well, there's actually like a lot of like young artists that like or guys that I've like put on stages and stuff like that for my all ages events. That like even some videographers and photographers, man, like they've all branched out for me. Yeah. But I gave them the opportunity. And so like they got an opportunity to like kind of like I always let them express themselves. They're like the artists themselves. So they're the ones that kind of just express themselves throughout whatever they feel. And I never tell an artist, even my tattoo artists and stuff like that, never ever tell them like what to do. I kind of give them the concept. They go ahead and they do it at their own taste. So yeah, man, it's like it's totally different. But those guys, they definitely now, like, for example, like Cole, like Anderson, he's like one of my guys that, like, he's in 44 now. Like, good for him, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool, man. Like, branch out. All these guys did their own thing. Some YouTube artists, some this, some that. Glad to be part of it from the beginning. Supported from the beginning before it ever happened.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing. Like, Emmanuel.
Yeah, but that's who I was kind of referencing to.
So
like,
Emmanuel's
killing it.
It's so funny, like, how I actually I met Emmanuel. So I think he was like his boy's house, and I was just going up to hang out with everybody there, and then I hear this voice.
Crazy.
I hear this voice, dude, and I hear it from the room across, man. I think I'm high as hell too, so like I'm just like feeling it 10 times more. So whatever, we're chilling there, whatever. I walk in the room, I hear this man sing. I didn't know who he was. I go, God damn, bro, like, where's this soulful, like, where's this vibe coming from? And, like, he's just like, yeah, man, like, I sing. And I'm like, dude, you're going to be huge. Like, if you take this serious, you're going to be huge. So, yeah, like, seeing him and seeing them all, like, all of a sudden, like, maybe, like, that was, like, 3 years after. Yeah. But, like, seeing, like, him, like, hit that, and as well, like, you kind of, like, guessed that was happening.
Yeah.
Dude, like, it's just like like blows you, you know what I mean? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's crazy. Like, what? He's from London, right? If I'm correct, like.
Yeah, he's from London.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's just crazy. Like, even too, like, I've noticed a lot more people from London are actually getting more exposure. Maybe it's social media.
Correct.
But, like, we do have some really, like, big people, like, even, what was it, Chainsmokers, if I'm correct?
Yeah, the Chainsmokers came.
They're out of, or no, my bad. It's
Wait,
not
you're
luxury.
talking about,
How dare myself?
Yeah,
it's not luxury.
Yeah.
They're two Western students, right?
Yeah.
And, like, think of that. They're not one of the biggest people I see. Like, if you look at EDM, it's like, oh, they're almost headlining at this point. It's like, what the hell? Like, 4 years ago.
And it's super cool, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
just like you're sitting there and you're like, and you're just like mind blown. You're like, holy, like, we used to just take care of the little show here at the music hall, you know what I mean? And, like, it's not a little show, like, it's still, like, hometown, like, base, but seeing that unfold is, like, it's like, yo, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, something's coming up next or something bigger, you know? And I hope I'm part of the next project of whatever artist is the one that's taking that development up and be, like, part of management or something, because, like, that's kind of like where I really want to go. I want to take an artist, like, whether it's a singer or a rapper or whatever, and I'm looking for everybody. Please send everyone, like, more information on any artist or anything. Like, I'm looking for some raw talent right now that could really, like, speak its, like, worth, you know?
Kind of good, because, like, that's what I was going to ask you, right? Is that, like, your end goal? Because that's what I always, like, that's what I kind of knew you as, like, when we first started, like, talking or whatever, or seeing you downtown, or, like, even in the clubs where we would just, like, talk a little bit. It's like, that's what I knew you were as a long time, right? Like, you're helping people manage, getting people spots here. Like, is that still, like, a main goal?
I go with the flow. The entertainment industry is, like, fun, because, like, it's everywhere. Like, you could do this, you could do that, you could be this, you could be that, but you just kind of just do it as, like, effortlessly as you can, and wherever it kind of guides you, like, you know, like, you just land there. If that's where, you know, God wants me to go, I'll go there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be sick as hell.
Right.
I'd be, like, crazy record label with, like, some of the most finest, like, raw talent, like, artists of all time. Like, damn, like, I know raw talent, and I know, like, I listen to some of the greats, you know. I even watch some of the greats. I sit there and I analyze everything. I even analyze, like, production and like, and lighting and stuff like that, like, fully, to see, like, where some of these big artists and why they became so big, and it's part of, like, everything that they do. Like, being part of an artist's production team, like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that, it's endless, right? But, you know, working with artists isn't easy. Artists, I always say, like, around the, like, little growth stage, that's when everyone's, like, you try to, like, hold them, you know? You try to, like, yo, yeah, what are you doing? but you know, sometimes they lose themselves as well because like the entertainment industry is like that.
That whole idea where you said earlier, like your head starts getting too big, you start feeling
man.
too big for yourself,
Exactly.
and you
right.
forget to listen to your manager, and your manager's the one booking the shows, doing all the hard work.
Yeah, man, and that's exactly what it is, right? Like you are the one that really bends your back for a lot of people, and then you're just the one there, man.
So where do you see, I guess, yourself in the next couple of years? I know it's a cliche kind of question, but like what are your goals for the next few years?
My end goal is to actually build a. I think this is my end goal. I'm not even too sure yet.
Yeah.
I don't really stop. You know what I mean? Like, it just never like if there's a way to just keep producing like
Yeah.
in a sense where like it's not produced. I'm not talking about the money side. I'm talking about like producing in a sense where you're building like rebuilding stuff. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to go back home and I want to build a art district in my country.
Dope.
That would be the actual like fully like something that I really want to do because one, it doesn't cost too much, and two, you are changing the lives of a lot of people, and yeah, like you're changing poverty, and you're giving everyone a better education, and you are also bringing the culture of like where I'm from, at least, and I think from we're all from,
Mm-hmm.
the culture of art where we come from, man. Like they're so resourceful. Like these guys are like raw. Like they'll stand on the side of the road.
Yeah.
They really want to like make it out. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, over here, like some of these musicians that I know, like they need like the best system. They need the best like this that and like. Meanwhile,
suck.
back home, like, yo, these guys are playing with sticks and stones, and like they're making beats, bro. Like,
Literally.
you know what I mean? Like,
Literally.
it's not no excuse or anything, and that's what I'd like to do, as well. I found I made a connection out there with the salseros of Cali, and so I really want to take them that show because I saw it and like, dude, like.
What is it? Is it like a
So it's a
salsa?
salsa show, like
Okay.
literally, like bro, like I've never seen salsa like that in my life. And Cali, like Cali is known for their salsa. So then, we went there, and dude, like I've been to Coco Bongos in Mexico. I've been
Yeah.
to Circo de Soleil and in Vegas, and like, yo, like not like that.
Yeah.
Like that's some high energy.
Yeah.
You could tell like their souls, like
It's
they're like
pure.
like these guys are dancing like tomorrow's their last day. They really trying to make it out here.
Yeah.
So like it'd be great to be like mundialmente like
Yeah,
oh, you're
I love the Spanish.
I'm
man.
watching Spanish.
Yeah, you're trying to go no, I get you. You're trying to essentially make it like the salseros, right? You're trying to make them like the Cirque du Soleil of the world, almost in a way.
Yeah,
That's like
man.
your that's your
Dude.
vision.
Yeah.
Bro, like this show needs to be broadcast across the world, and like yeah, man. And so like now I'm making the connection with like these from the Barrio.
Yeah.
Shout out Barrio Music Festival, by the way. Thanks to Chris and all the guys there.
Is that the one in Toronto going? down?
Yeah,
I
it's the
see-
first Latin music festival.
I know, bro.
Jeez.
Like
Yeah, man.
When
it's,
is that?
It's August 20th.
it's crazy. It's the first time the festival's coming. It's already you got your hands in it.
I know, I know, dude. I had to, bro. Like, I just wanted to like step on the gun and like really go at it because like it's important, man. Like Latinos are stepping up, you know, and like the Latino music is going up like internationally. Like we're just good vibes all around. You know what I mean? Like we're bringing in like the real stuff, and so it's super cool. Like Daddy Yankee's coming on in September.
Sad, man. It's
Yeah.
the last day of
And
Rolling
that's
Loud.
the last thing,
Last day of
man.
Rolling Loud. Hey, did you
It's
see
the
that?
last day of Rolling Loud.
So yeah, so this is it sucks for
What?
me because I was supposed to take my little brother and like I'm going to Rolling Loud, but somehow they put Rolling Loud and Daddy Yankee on the Sunday. So originally I looked at the tickets; they're $300. Sad to say they're down to $90 a ticket for Daddy Yankee. So it shows you how many
What?
people are like
Yeah.
they don't know. Like realistic, if people didn't know, this is Daddy Yankee's last tour.
Jeez.
He's never touring ever again. So like,
Damn.
That was my first concert, guys. Like my first concert was Daddy Yankee,
man,
and my second concert was Metallica.
that's sick.
That's crazy.
Okay, like, dude, like I'm obsessed. Like, you know how like people go to school and they educate themselves on like whatever it is. Like they need their books, they need like computers and stuff. Dude, I go to concerts to educate myself on like artists. Like I go straight to the source.
Yeah.
I see their productions. I see how like they do all the lighting and all that crazy stuff. It's super cool. Like for me, I'm obsessed with that stuff. And so like yeah, man, by the way, if you go on Game Time, there's an app called Game Time.
Okay.
Tickets for Daddy Yankee are like $30.
Yeah. Eh?
I think I might pull up like right because
Dude, just do it.
Like Sunday.
$30,
Well,
yeah.
my thing is no one at Rolling Loud ending is gonna be that hype. Daddy Yankee, I'd rather go see him. Those 2 hours, I can call it a time. I can remember for the rest of my life and like.
And
whatever.
that's the last time.
No.
And that's the last time you'll ever see him again. It's the same thing that I keep telling people about the World Cup of Qatar.
Yeah.
Dude. Two legends. This is it for the two legends.
Ronaldo and Messi.
Oh yeah.
Ronaldo and Messi, bro. This is the last time.
Are you going? You're gonna go to
Dude,
it?
I am trying to figure out. Dude, I'm betting my back right now so I
Yeah.
can go.
Sell the house, sell the car,
Dude,
sell the family.
hey, don't test me. I'll do it. But yeah, no, man. I want to go there just because it's the last time seeing legends, man. There's a difference, man. Like, people don't understand. Like, well, you know, what was I gonna say?
Like the difference between like a legend maybe and. Like,
Correct, man.
yeah.
Like it's just a legacy, right? Like a legacy compared to like some of these artists. Like, yo, like if you get to see him the last time, like just remember that would be
Yeah.
the best time like ever.
And I think
Yeah.
it's nice too because we're old enough where like we remember this stuff. Like you know what I mean? When you're like 15 or whatever, like
You're
those
like,
things that you do remember it a little bit, or it's
but
like
not like
usually you remember it's because you're with your parents or with one of your best friends and you remember that moment. But like I think we're so old, we're not so old, but we're so old to the point where like when I listen to this musical event, I remember that song that played. I remember I was sitting in my car, sad one day, but that's the same song I'm watching him for the last time perform. Like that type of environment, you know what I mean?
Yep. And that's what it's all about, man. Just like seeing these guys like for the last time. It's gonna be something else. You know what I always like to do? I really want to see Meek Mill in Philadelphia.
That'd be
Like
sick.
like their hometown.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. The energy that
the
Yeah.
energy is different, bruh. Like you can't compare that. Like I'm trying to see like Fied. I'm trying to see J Balvin like back home.
bro, that'd be
That'd
crazy.
be wild.
Dude, like if you see, like I tell my parents this stuff like all the time, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, like they back home, like this is where they started. Like they gonna pour out like their hearts on this one. You know what I mean?
I heard I think it was Bad Bunny back in Puerto Rico that he just announced a concert. It took 30 minutes to sell out. Everybody bought it. 30 minutes. But it's like it's back to what he says. It's like you're back home. You got that energy. You know what I mean? Like
you can't compare. Like my guys came from the mud like that. You know what I mean? Like that's where the home is. That's where they like the whole like stress shit came through. The whole like everything they go through. I don't know if you ever watched like any documentaries on like some of these artists.
I watched Nicky Jam's, bro.
That would be
Crazy.
fire. It's so good.
Yo, my favorite.
That
Crazy.
guy is well respected.
Oh yeah. Oh
Right?
hell yeah.
That guy needs some fucking.
Literally.
Needs, like,
Literally.
you know,
Straight up.
you gotta bow down to that, cause like, god damn, man, to go through all of those trials and tribulations, and then you end up in that same like, whoa, dude, like,
now
He,
you're
he says Colombia was what saved him too.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
It's crazy. It's just especially when you're at the top, just looking down. But like.
and dude,
Not being that guy who's like, I'm only up here because I'm so sick. It's being up there and being like, damn, I really fucking made it up here.
yep, from nothing,
Yeah.
and take this in. You're a rapper from a low like country, you know what I mean? So there's not much money. There's not like, imagine where we come from, and we're not taking those risks. And those guys with literally like next to nothing are willing to move to another country with no like full risk. Okay, like they have no money, they have nothing, and they're out here and they made it. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing for everybody else. But those guys put in the work, and they went through a lot of shit to get to where they are, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no excuses. Like we take here in this country, at least not for me anymore, because I went and saw where I come from. Yeah, there's no more time to chill.
Yeah.
There's like it's time to get it now. You know what I mean?
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah, that's it, man. If the fucking till the wheels fall off, man.
Yeah, the wheels fell off.
Till the wheels fall off, and even when the wheels fall off, guess what? I got my feet, bro, and I'll be walking if I need to, and I will take the bus, and I already am taking the bus, and I already am. Like, my life hit a whole different page now. Okay,
Yeah.
like I saw what money did, and I saw what other shit didn't. Okay, like when everything fell apart, I saw the real true colors of everything, and then when I was like, up, it was a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least I put my money towards like things that like
For
I
sure.
give a shit
Yeah,
about.
yeah, exactly.
That way, like, I'm like a little bit more like, I don't mean to say this in any way, but more advanced. You know, like
Of course.
through all the lessons and trials and tribulations. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And bro, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like sometimes there's a stigma where like you know, like you can't like talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, but there's nothing wrong with what you said there. You know what I mean? Like, you're just more advanced in the sense of like you learned a lot of lessons and you learned them. You didn't just go through stuff and repeat them.
correct.
You've learned and you
and,
built.
and sometimes you slip, but like the thing is like now I've learned to kind of like figure out like what's gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Have more foresight to
I've been
everything.
projecting things lately, and so like things about what's happening now
Yeah.
is that everything that I've projected, everything that I've asked for,
Yeah.
is coming at me at 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
All right, like like. Be careful what you wish for, all right? Be careful
Facts.
what you wish for, all right? Like, I'm going to repeat that one more time. Be careful what you wish for, because once life starts giving it and the universe starts giving you everything that you said you wanted,
You better be ready for it.
Yeah.
you got to buckle up and you better hold, brother.
It's because growth is like, it's
Oh.
not just like it's like
Not a straight
like
line.
yeah, it happens a
man.
little bit,
Then
boom.
It's like that
Comes
plane
at
on the
you.
tribulation, man. Like, I promise you, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa, whoa. Get through that cloud. Get through that cloud. Like, don't let that cloud, like, stop you. And then, boom, you just, like,
You see sunshine in an island I'm about to land
yeah,
on.
yeah, you see it, but only you see it, right?
Yeah.
Like, only you see it.
Ah, that's actually very true.
Yo, I guess like to kind of like wrap it up, I guess like what would be like your advice to those who are trying to pursue their dream? You know what I mean? Like if you can give like 2 or 3 pieces of advice for them.
Even at the lowest point when you think you feel like giving up, don't give up. Push. Like, stay solid. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel, man. Like, pain is only temporary. Like, you got this. Like, just go for it. Like, and no matter whatever happens throughout in the middle of it, just do it, man. Like, go for it. There's no more like playing games. Like if you really want something in your life, you're gonna go and get it, and you're gonna get it. And I promise you, with effort, consistency, and knowing how to use your time, is one of those biggest things that I think that kind of educates me on everything moving forward in this chapter of my life personally. And I'm still going through it, still dealing with it, but you see me here, I'm still chilling, I'm still letting people know, like, you know, this is what I'm glad that you guys did this podcast while I'm like
growing almost.
yeah, while I'm growing. So like that way along the process, like people can relate back to it and understand that like even when you're here, like you see yourself there, and that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
for
No,
sure.
I want to say, yo,
I can't wait to get you back, bro.
Facts, bro. Like, no, literally, like when everything's set up, like, you know, like the nightclub's up, like, man, thank you for giving us even the chance to like get
Yeah.
to know you more, the audience, like everything. It's like fire.
Cause straight up, it's the first time I actually spoke to you, bro, and actually sat down with you and talked to you, and
Yeah.
like I respect the fact that you know you took your time because you're a busy guy, and I appreciate it, bro. Like nothing but golden gems for you guys, huh?
Yeah, you guys are lucky, yo.
You guys are lucky.
Hey, and I also want to say thank you guys for giving me the opportunity for being here as well. And you know, great success for everything you guys are gonna be doing, and you guys have a great project on your hands. Once again, please don't give up on it. You know, stay strong. kill it.
Consistency.
Consistency wins every time. No matter who wants, no matter how blessed you are, no matter how talented you are, consistency wins, all right? And just matter of keep the group here nice and solid. You guys are doing great. I like the setup, everything. You guys are doing great, man. So yeah,
Thanks,
man.
brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much, man.
Hey, no problem.
Appreciate your time, and yo, make sure you like and subscribe, huh? All of you. All right.
Peace.
Take care.
Peace out, guys. Bye.